What's up, everybody, to this week's episode of Everybody Eats. My name is Briss.
I'm Cheese.
And this week we have our very special guest,
Hakim.
Hakim is an independent artist slash designer from Columbus, Ohio, specializing in illustration, design, painting, animation, and teaching. So definitely one of many talents. Right.
Master of none.
And that's all right. But no, that's crazy. Thank you for being on the show with us today.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. We appreciate it. So let's take it all back. What got you started in the art in general, and that being your passion for you?
Well, I had a brother. My brother's 13 years older than me. So basically, up until I was about 13, I just imitated everything he did. Mm-hmm. So he was into comics and video games, and that became a huge part of my life. And like I could read a comic before I could read a regular book, just because I could like process sequential art just from seeing it so much.
Yeah.
And that really lay dormant for a long time until like halfway through high school is when I started drawing. I was like, this is really what I want to get into. I wanted to do graffiti, but I didn't really know how to draw, so I started studying fine arts and went to school from there, and then dropped out of school, and went to school again, and dropped out of school. I was like, alright, fuck that.
Right.
And I just started freelancing. I just went to anywhere I could find art, talked to everybody, supported in whatever ways I could, and now we're here today.
Okay, cool. That's dope. That's later than I was expecting you to say. You said halfway through high school. I'm like,
oh yeah. I'll be like, everybody be like, man, I've been drawing since I was a fetus.
Right.
Like, what?
Well, okay. So it started off as just drawing, and then it went from there.
Yeah, I really wanted to do graffiti, but I could not draw, so I started studying art. So I started taking classes or any type of reading those art books. I saw a super sweet kid a drawing. I asked him how he got sweet. He said, I just rented those books from the library on how to draw. So I was like, man, that's like a no excuse attitude. I love that, and I just kind of stuck to that.
Okay. So your skills, would you say it's pretty much just all learned skill and not much talent to it, or?
Yeah, I would say I don't really have. I didn't have any natural talent at drawing. Maybe the arts in general. Okay. Like I feel like I'm just naturally creative. Yeah. But at the actual technical elements of making art, no, it just comes from a lot of practice.
Gotcha. Okay. So you said the same thing with your painting as well?
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of practice.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, right. I'm like,
everybody says that, even if it is the case. They be like, nah, you feel me? I was just born sweet. Like,
most artists.
Transparent. I like to keep it transparent.
Yeah, most artists usually like already just good at just drawing shit, and it just comes naturally. But for you to actually put in the work to learn how to do the craft, like that takes a lot of.
Yeah, I don't mind. I think it makes me stay hungry too, because I'm always a little bit insecure. Like, man, am I really that good? Am I good enough? Have I been doing this long enough? Such and such been doing it longer than me. So I just keep working.
Okay. Yeah. That's not. When did that turn into teaching for you?
Probably like 2-3 years ago. I got a mentor maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and he teaches a lot and kind of started like explaining to me how it works and how teaching goes, and got me a couple of opportunities to try it out, and I started liking it a lot. And then like I really felt the importance of it too. Yeah. And that's what made me stick to doing it, because I prefer to just make my own art and sell it over anything. Right. But then after a while teaching, it's like, I'm taking this information that somebody gave me and I'm passing it on. And I think that's super important. Yeah. Okay. So with that being said, how does the craft of learning your art and how to do it and applying it to yourself, how does that compare with having to basically verbalize that and teach it to someone else younger than you? It makes it, you really gotta learn your shit for real. You gotta you start, I'll build, maybe I'll have a syllabus. Typically I'll make my own stuff. So I'll be like, we need to do A, B, and C today, learn A, B, and C tomorrow, watch this video. I want them to complete this project by this time and know this by then. But I gotta make sure I know it. So, I watch all the videos to make sure they're age appropriate or make sure it has the right information. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. So it's like a lot of me learning stuff too. Yeah. And dealing with kids are so smart and they're so creative, and they'll do things that impress you and make you see stuff in a different light. So I'm definitely getting as much out of them as they're getting out of me. 3, 2, 1. Animation! Good job, everybody. It was a video.
Okay.
What's up?
You had your own kind of, what I want to call it, like, I don't want to say exercise, but you had your 50 days.
Yeah.
You know,
50 for 50.
50 for 50, yeah, exactly. Where did the idea from that stem from?
My homie Joe at J Cross, he did 100 for 100. And he was like, encouraging other people to do it too. And I'm like, not doing it.
We'll cut it out.
Yeah. And, I made way less money than I would have made, but I think I protected my mind because I was like really tired and kind of like stressed by the end of it. Yeah. But I don't regret it. I feel like people thought I was making more money than I really was. They're like, 50 times 50, that's $1 million, nigga. I swear, bro, I'm not kidding you, bro. But I'm like, I have to buy the supplies for each one. So say that's like $10, maybe $15. So now I'm making $40 to $35, and that's how much money I'm capping out of every day.
Right.
So you're making more than that in a day minimum wage.
True.
But I'm also working on my skill set, and I'm reaching more people.
Right.
And so that's what was more important. And the money was keeping me alive,
Yeah.
You feel me? I don't have any complaints about it, but realistically, it was less than it seemed.
Yeah.
Right.
But that reaching more people and conversations people have about it, that's priceless. You can't really put a dollar on it. People spend who knows how much on Super Bowl ads, billboards and stuff, and I was able to get paid while I did my advertisement. So it was definitely worth it. Yeah.
Now you talk about reaching more people. That was actually a good segue to my next question. When did you start to feel like it started going and growing from just something you were doing yourself to like you really just compartmentalize your mind? Like, wow, I'm starting to really have a reach out here in the city. Like, when did that really?
I know. Well, in 2013 is when me and Vern, we literally sat down and decided we were gonna get our stuff in order and go. Mm-hmm. But he like way younger than me, so he still had to finish high school. So he kind of put his music on the back burner until high school was finished. But from that day I just kept going. I would say maybe like that was 2013, maybe like 2017 or something. I really started realizing like, oh, people really know me for my art that I don't necessarily know in the city. Yeah. It's a cool feeling. Or like, it might have been even earlier than that, I spray painted a Felix the cat. This might be like 2015 or something. And I met a dude, we're talking about art and stuff, rada. He's like, yeah man, I seen this sweet graffiti piece. I got it as my wallpaper on my phone. And he shows it to me, it's the Felix the cat that I painted.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh.
That's dope.
Crazy.
That's dope.
That was probably the first time. That might have been, I can't remember the year for real. Me and numbers.
Yeah. Timestamp was on there.
Yeah, man. I struggle with that.
Right. So what would you say is your greatest accomplishment? You've had awards, you've done work for Facebook, and you've done work for Sprite. What would you say is your own personal biggest accomplishment thus far?
Man, that's a really good question. I gotta think about that for real. Because it's subjective. Some people, big accomplishment for somebody else may be like the Facebook Sprite or the awards or something, but I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just happy to be doing what I love. Right. So I left my job in March 2 years ago, and I've just been doing freelance. I mean, I do like, sometimes you might have to pick up a side gig or something, work someplace for a little bit, like I said, I like to be transparent because I don't want nobody out here, maybe somebody younger watching right now, like, nah, I can't get no job, I gotta hustle this hard. Right. Right. I'm like, no, bro, keep your lights on, bro. I've been in the dark, don't do it too. Yeah. So I think just being able to work for myself for that amount of time, probably my biggest accomplishment. Yeah, or just like the homies telling me that they're proud of me and stuff, because I can't, I was a little bit different of a guy a few years ago. We was really partying a lot, kicking it, that type of stuff, and that's what I was known for. So now for people to know me for something more productive, it's kind of sweet.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's major.
Yeah. Like, what exactly inspired like Space Boy and Space Girl? Like, was you just on like a
Space Boy
acid trip or something?
Nah, not at the time I created Space Boy and Space Girl. But really, I've been making comic characters for a while because I was just like, I just want to have cool comic characters. Yeah. And Space Boy ended up being the one that stuck. He looked way different. He had like the helmet, but like no top part. He had a little afro under it. And that's the one people gravitated towards the most. And so I was like, well, I'll keep on working on this and expanding it. And originally it was more merch than story, like a Hello Kitty type deal. Like everybody knows who Hello Kitty is. Rarely anybody's watched Hello Kitty the show. So it's like that at first. And then I was like, well, if I make something like this as rich people, it's time to like put some more, some content in it. Give it some backbone. And so what it really became about, and what it may have been about subconsciously the whole time, is the lack of representation of black people in sci-fi. I've always loved sci-fi. And I think the moral of a lot of sci-fi is that you go to these different planets, you meet aliens that are completely different from you, but then by the end of the episode or by the end of the movie, you're finding out you're not that different. You gotta work together. And I'm like, cool story, right? But it seems like it applies to aliens, to lizards, to centaurs, to fairies, anything but black people. And so I'm like, this is a running joke I would complain about. I got super cynical humor, so I always talk shit about that type of stuff. But eventually I was like, okay, well, I need to do something about it if I'm gonna complain that much. And then I'm doing something by making my character. And I don't put any of that into the story. I like the story just to be fun. Like, you don't have to be like, I don't know, it doesn't have to be Black Panther, Space Boy, like hardcore. There's people that do that and they take care of that lane, and then I'm in my lane helping from my angle.
For sure.
Yeah. That's dope.
Alright, cool. I wasn't expecting that heavy of a response.
Yeah, right. I was like, okay. Well, thank you for answering those questions for us.
No problem.
We appreciate it. Yeah, so this week we all went to Plantain Cafe. Plantain Cafe is a Cuban restaurant located in downtown Columbus, right on Gay Street. It's fairly small, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. Quaint.
Yeah, you're right, quaint. So you really have to be looking for it, or else you'll probably miss it.
I feel like a lot of people don't really go down Gay Street because it's not like, you got like High, and you got like 4th and stuff. It's not really like if you're just driving through downtown, you're not really gonna pass it.
Right.
You kind of gotta walk around or drive around, just
explore.
looking.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 'cause I never even knew it was over there. Along with the other few restaurants and bars that are over there too. So definitely have to do more exploring for sure. But yeah, so just like how the outside is small, the inside is equally small. It is, I would say, a shotgun style kind of restaurant.
No,
yeah,
it's
like a hallway almost. It's like as soon as you come in, it's like a straight line. So it's not a lot of space, but you can be in there with about 4 people and be fine.
Yeah, for sure.
I would say.
It's typically not busy, at least when I go in there, so.
You just come in with a group full of people.
Wanted to.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Especially, it's typically gonna be busy, like working hours, so like 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, maybe even more close to lunch. So we came in the evening. Yeah. We had a spot to ourselves almost.
Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, it was pretty dope. Yeah. So when you first walk in, you'll notice that there's like Cuban art along the walls, and they have a TV back there. It was playing like Pandora music. Music off of Pandora, and it was like a nice little vibe. Yeah, not a lot to it, but in a nice, like, simple, clean type of way. So I like that a lot. We sat down and we all got our drinks first, which were, I had the Dos Equis, just regular bottle Dos Equis, and they had
both had Pacifico.
Yeah, Pacifico. So typical beer, like nothing. House-made drink or anything.
They had like Mexican sodas or something.
They did,
Mexican soda. I already knew what I wanted.
I just really wanted a Pacifico. It's been a while, honestly, but should have probably tried those.
I was looking at it too. I'm like, I thought about it.
I don't even know what iron beer is, but I should have tried it.
It did say iron beer. Yeah.
I can use some more iron in my diet.
I'll be cold.
Iron in my blood. Hell no. But yeah, so those are our drinks, pretty basic. And we're actually Appetizers. We all shared empanadas. It was 2. One was beef, the other one was chicken. I would definitely say both were great, especially in their own regards. If I were to give a slight edge to one over the other, I would say the chicken.
I'd agree.
Yeah,
I'm not really a beef person and that type of thing. Like, you ever had like a pate?
I haven't known.
At like like a Caribbean spot or something, they have it's kind of like an empanada, but it's like a Caribbean one.
Virtually every culture has.
Yeah. I would say they really do, but just be different names for them.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, Americans we just got hot pockets.
I mean, they can go too when you.
For real, if you think about it, you can take a ham sandwich, right, and just roll it,
fry it.
We might be onto something.
That's bad now, bitch.
Oh, got the fryer right here.
We do got a deep fry.
Oh god.
So, but yeah, the chicken one was better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like them both pretty much equally. Yeah, that's fine. They both was fire. Like I don't.
They really like, and when I say better, I mean like if the beef was like a 9, the chicken was like a 9.1.
They had
it's like that close.
You slapped that sour cream on it.
Yeah.
Them empanadas was going.
They really were probably like one of the best empanadas I've ever had. To be honest,
I feel like we said that last time we had empanadas, but
you're gonna have an empanada
they just keep
battle.
They
keep getting better and better.
We're gonna have a battle now and just like try to blindly, and then somebody tell you which one it is after.
Yeah, like a blind test.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah,
that would be fair for sure. But they were great, honestly. Like no complaints whatsoever. Those were our appetizers. In regards to our entrees, I myself had the pan-seared beef, also known as the vaca frita, if I pronounced that right. Vaca frita. It was thin strips of brisket marinated in citrus juice and garlic, and then pan-seared with onions. It was good. I will say that. I'll say I like their entrees better, especially cheeses, but that's
straight up.
Yeah, yours did. I ain't gonna lie, his might have been, that's probably the best one. But mine was not bad by any means. It was just, I felt like the brisket itself could have been more tender. Mm-hmm. It felt kind of more rough than I would have liked. The flavors were good though. I really liked, and we all had the same like white rice and black beans and sweet plantains. So we all had that in common. That all tasted good, especially like it's something as simple as white rice and beans. You wouldn't think is something to take note of, but it was like
right. It was significantly
it was pleasantly surprising. So I liked it, the entree in general. So I'll say that much.
Yeah, I had the seafood plate and it was some fish, white rice, beans, plantains, and some fried shrimp. It was like almost like a sampler platter, but it was like entree size. I really loved mine for real. The fish had like a lime flavor to it. Like you said, the white rice and the beans was just on point. Plantain's good, and the shrimp, there was like that breaded shrimp with the sauce, whatever that type of sauce is.
It was like a spicy cocktail sauce.
Yeah.
It wasn't like not spicy from like horseradish, which is normally in cocktail sauce, but like spices.
Yeah, I only use a little bit of cocktail sauce though, because I'm not really a big fan of cocktail sauce, but I still want to try it. It still was good though.
Yeah,
for me to not be a fan, I wasn't offended.
Yeah. No, I like that. I like yours a lot because it wasn't just like one type of fish.
Seafood.
Yeah, you had the tilapia and you had the shrimp. So like you kind of like if you didn't like one, you could like the other, or you could like both. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it kind of mix it up.
That fried shrimp was really, really good. It was breaded really well.
It was.
Like crunchy.
Yeah, it was like real crispy. Mm-hmm. The shrimp itself wasn't overcooked. That was dope. That shit was great. Mm-hmm. I, however, had the roast pork, or I don't know how to pronounce it. How you spell it? I'll try.
What is it? Is it on that side or the other one?
Give it some flavor too.
I'm sorry, shredded pork. The lechon.
There you go.
Ooh.
There you go.
Right. The bars.
Which I guess is just their like house roast pork or whatever. That shit went insane. Like I don't. It was super.
You loved your food the most out of all.
Yeah, bro. He scraped his plate, bro.
I scraped the place, and you still loved it more.
Yeah, that was going crazy.
You ate the whole line.
He ate the line and everything.
Everything that was on the plate.
I ate it.
It didn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, it was just like roasted pork. I'm not even sure what part of the pig it was. Probably like
Don't investigate. Don't investigate. Nothing to you.
Leave it up to imagination.
Don't do that.
You already ate it now.
It's fine. I'm cool. I don't care. It could have been an asshole. It was weird. It was good.
It was hitting though.
Yeah, the asshole was hitting.
It is what it is.
Oh my god.
But no, man, it was like super tender, extremely flavorful. Like lots of like, it tastes like maybe like definitely like citrus, maybe like orange juice, lime juice, garlic, coriander, maybe like some cumin. Like it was so much going on in that pork, and it was amazing. And I loved every single bite of it.
Yeah.
Plus, as he already said, like the rice and the beans was already good. Like
my nigga making love to the plate.
And the service was fire.
Service was great.
Super fire.
Yeah.
It's a great segue.
Very nice.
That was the next part.
Yeah.
So let's talk about service. Yeah.
Very nice.
I feel like they made you feel very at home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like an aunt or something.
Yeah.
Definitely felt like you were related.
Right. Like
She
you
thought
like
she was gonna adopt us.
Mm-hmm.
Did she?
Yeah. She was like, "You guys got great manners. I'm gonna adopt you."
Oh, I heard the first part. I didn't hear her say she was gonna adopt you.
She spilled that beer and I caught that shit. You know, at the beginning of every Spider-Man movie, a bunch of stuff fall and he catch it all.
She spilled the beer. He caught the drops.
This man literally drops a beat. Like,
Man, Blade coming out soon, man. Action. See me on the big screen, man.
Right. The cameo appearance.
man's literally out here catching liquids.
Literally, like I caught it.
She was mid apologizing.
Bro, right?
He like kind of.
She was appalled.
He was like, I called it.
Don't worry. I got this. Put that shit in my pocket for later.
Oh my god, that shit was hilarious. So yeah, that was the service. Price wise, it was
roughly like 13 to 15 for a plate.
Yeah, which I mean,
empanadas were 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's more on the upper scale of. Like, I guess that's like on the upper scale of, I mean, it was dinner though, so I guess that's around dinner price.
It was very filling.
But it was the price matched the food that you got.
For sure.
I would say that.
And that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I would pay more for what I had. It could have waxed me. I would have been fine.
Like, yeah, like, if I were to give it a dollar sign value, I would say like, out of 4, I'd probably say like 2.
Yeah.
Like, no more than $2.
Absolutely no more.
Yeah. Yeah, $2.
That was a lot of food.
It was so much food.
It was. We could have took something home, but we just killed it all.
Yeah. It was a lot of food and it tasted great. So it had like great value to it. So we wasn't just like getting hit over the head for no reason.
Right.
So there's that. Overall, I would give Plantain Cafe. They up there.
It's out of 4, right?
It's out of 4.
I'm giving mine 4 out of 4.
I don't have what you have.
He said, fuck what you talking about. No, but for real, I mean, I would really give them I'll give them a 3.5 out of 4. The only thing I would say that could have been better, at least for like a food aspect, was the what I had, the
beef, that pan-seared beef.
Yeah, pan-seared beef. Like I said, it was good. Don't get me wrong.
I bet you if you would have said something, they would have remade it.
They probably would have. I mean, yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, they were really nice, and we were like one of the only ones in there, so they were like, yeah, fuck it, we can make it again. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, had that been better, I could definitely see like a 3.75 or even a 4 out of 4.
Y'all niggas already did. If you'd be like 3.89, 4.82, I'm like, what?
It's only quarter of a number, so like 0.25, 0.5, 0.75. But yeah, so I want a 3.5.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, had it just been like just my experience, like if I just had my food, and not y'all's, I probably would have gave this place like just a flat out 4, like. But I ate y'all shit.
Yeah.
So it was hit.
Yours was good, yeah, for sure.
Good.
Yeah. Yours was also good. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Nothing was bad.
It's like good, better.
Right.
best.
Yeah. Right. In comparison, it makes yours sound worse.
Yeah. No. Nothing was bad.
It was just the only thing that wasn't like
Right.
Yeah. Everything else felt so refreshing.
I'm gonna go to 3.5.
Okay.
3.5.
Okay.
Yeah. The beef is literally the only thing that's holding that back. Like just your specific place.
I feel the same way.
I don't know, service was great, the place was cool.
Price was good.
My food was amazing.
Right, friends came in.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice, you know.
Exactly. Atmosphere, all that shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel that, man.
Yeah.
3.5.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a bet.
I wish I could have given it a 4. I don't think have I ever given anything a 4?
Y'all don't get nothing for. I watch all the ratings.
Hey, I'll give him more 4s. He gave like 2 4s like way in the beginning. Has not given one.
Y'all ain't been recording the 4s. I'll be like, here we go, 2.98. 3. I'm like, man, these niggas are scientists.
You be doing mathematics.
Yep.
Yeah.
Calibrating shit.
3.5 for sure. That shit was great.
Yeah, I agree.
Fuck, that pork was good.
I honestly highly recommend anybody to go.
I'm going back.
Yeah.
I'm biased. I picked the spot, so y'all know why. I'm gonna just tell the camera right now. That's why I came for. I ain't bringing no less than 4 to the show.
Right. Nah, you showed out.
That's what's up.
I'm glad you brought it to our show.
Out.
Yeah. I
didn't know nothing about it.
I didn't know a damn thing.
Somebody told me on Facebook.
Shit, shout out to them. Well, apparently this place has been here for 10 years.
Yeah, she just says it's been for 10 years.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was like a husband and wife running the place.
The husband was back there cooking.
Yeah. He good.
Like I literally had my first bite of the pork specifically, and I just picked it up on the fork and looked at the lady and was like, "Yo, what do y'all do to this, and why is this so good?"
He literally said that, like word for word. Yeah.
She started breaking on the recipe. I ain't gonna tell y'all.
Yeah, you feel me? I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah. Right.
You know.
It's like the crab patty secret formula.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So gotta keep it on the low. So yeah, that was a restaurant experience. Hakim, thank you again for being with us.
Thanks for having me. This was fire.
Yeah, nah, it was great.
Been watching for a minute.
I was just about to say, like, thank you for the dope ass buzz.
You know, personal branding never sleeps.
Right.
Spaceboy at Hakim's artist stuff. www.spaceboy.space.
It'll be
all of that.
It'll be around there.
All of that.
He's a www.space.
Space.
Hell no. But did you have any other last words or any future upcoming projects you want to speak on, or any shout outs, anything at all?
Oh man, shout out to my squad. Shout out OG Berm, that's my brother. Shout out everybody out here trying to do stuff and be positive, even though times can be tough. You know, you don't have to live in a negative world, especially online. You know, every day I get online. Shout out Joey Diaz. I got this from him. I get online every day and say it's a beautiful day to be alive, because it is. So, hope you're having a great day, whoever watching this. Tell somebody you love them today.
Yeah.
All that good shit.
That positive shit.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's some beautiful ass shit.
Any upcoming projects?
Man. I don't know.
Or is it just some stuff you're gonna keep?
Yeah, I do got some stuff under wraps. It's gonna be fire. I showed them. They can vouch for me.
That's true.
I got some big things coming.
Shit.
But it's still summertime, so you can catch me out painting, doing murals. I'll be at What Fest. Urban Scrolls coming up. I ain't heard back from them if I'm in it or not yet, but I'll be there regardless, just kicking it. That's my favorite art event in the city. I'll be teaching. I don't know, man. Follow me online.
Right.
You know, I follow back most of the time.
Most of the time. Right. 99 weeks.
Hey, as soon as I found out what I did, I fessed up, I apologized, and I followed back.
You did.
Just 99 weeks late.
Damn, 2 years.
Ridiculous, man.
Hell no. The bad. Alright, guys. Well, thank you guys for watching. Tip your service as always.
Please.
Please do.
Yeah.
Listen, look at his face. That's a serious ass face. Don't fuck with that face.
I will say I haven't heard like maybe we making some progress, because I haven't had anybody come to me talking about like their table full of black people didn't tip. I haven't heard that in a while actually.
That's good. Well, we're glad you guys are listening.
Doing that, you feel me? Shout out to you.
Right.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you.
We appreciate y'all. Keep tuning in. Go to our website, buy a t-shirt if you haven't yet, and we'll see you next time. Peace.